We got the latest Sony flagship, the Sony Xperia XZ1, up against the best-selling phone of 2017 so far, the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. And let's get right to it, guys. Now, excellent specs on both these phones, Snapdragon 835 and 4GB of RAM. Both of these phones have a lot in common, amazing cameras, great designs. Also, both are IP68 certified, waterproof. Now, the XZ1 is the first phone in the world, the first non-Google phone with Android Oreo on board, and Galaxy first one to boot up. Alright guys, all the apps closed down on both, and getting right to it. So first up we have BBC News. And this one going to the Sony, Amazon, and again we have Sony here, YouTube. Oops, actually clicked on that too fast on the Galaxy, but still going to the Sony, and calculator, and clock. So the XZ1 speaker is supposed to be better than previous Xperia phones, and we'll be testing out later in this video. eBay. Once again, Sony here. So obviously XZ1 doing extremely good. iPhone X. XZ1. And photos. Very close on both. A few more to move on to more stuff. Modern Combat 5. Both phones 64GB internal storage and micro SD card support. And again, Snapdragon 835, 4GB of RAM. This one going to the Sony. And it's going to click right there, just for multitasking later on. Okay guys, a few more settings next. And temper on 2. And I think it may have been downloading something there on the Galaxy. I'll go ahead and close out, go back in. Okay guys, temper on 2 once more. And I did do several practice tests so far, results very consistent. And this one going to Xperia by a couple seconds. Asphalt 8, so final game here. And once again, Xperia here. Okay guys, let's look at to do next. Now, slightly higher score on the Galaxy, 172,000 versus 171. And it is a bit surprising because the XZ Premium is at 180,000. But maybe the XZ1 is not fully optimized yet. Now, Sony off to a really good start, but still a lot more testing to do. And next up we have a speaker quality test, but before that let's go over the specs of both phones. Larger screen on the Galaxy, 6.2 inches versus 5.2 on Sony. Also, the Galaxy is Quad HD, the Sony is 1080p. Front-facing camera, I actually just uploaded a video of the XZ1 versus the Note 8. And the Note 8 camera is very similar to the one on the S8 Plus, so you guys check that out. Now, I do prefer the camera on the XZ1, 13 megapixels versus 8. On the back here, you have a 12 megapixel camera on the Galaxy, 19 on the Sony. And of course, we'll have lots of comparisons of that. Both phones have 64GB internal storage and micro SD card support. 2700 capacity battery on the Sony, 3500 on the Galaxy. Snapdragon 835, 4GB of RAM on both. Also, both phones are waterproof, IP68 certified. And on the Sony, fingerprint scanner right there on the side. Whereas on the Galaxy, it's over here on the back. Taking a look at the bottom, both of USB Type-C and a headphone jack. And looking around the edges here. So really beautiful designs on both. Looking at the back, you see the Sony's made of metal and the Galaxy glass. Both of these excellent build quality. The Sony has virtually no plastic on it. At the top and the bottom, it is made of metal. Both these phones are going to run around $600 to $700, so similar price range. Specs wise, both these are very similar. Now in terms of overall design, I do prefer the Galaxy. This is my favorite on the market. Of course, the front of the Galaxy looks nicer here with a bezel screen. However guys, that said, that is just in terms of looks. In terms of actual functionality, the Sony does have speakers here at the top and the bottom, and a fingerprint scanner here on the side rather than on the back. So next up, let's test out speaker quality on both. Speaker quality test next. On the Sony you have 2 speakers on the front, both are front facing, and on the Galaxy you have 1 at the bottom. So Sony first. And the Galaxy. Sony. Sony. And once again to the Galaxy, final one. So yeah guys, pretty apparent to me that the Sony has better quality speakers, although the Galaxy does appear to get louder. Chrome next and current out the history on both phones. Okay guys, going to visit 4 different sites. First one's IGN. IGN.com. And this one going to the Sony. IMDb next. IMDb.com. And again, we have Sony here. 2 more, Sony and Samsung. Sony.com. And once again, Xperia here, and final one. Samsung.com. Okay guys, so Chrome pretty easily going to the Sony. And next up we have camera speed. Bring in the Android guide for this. Now both these phones, 1 camera on the back. On the Sony it's 12 megapixels, on the Galaxy it's 19. And the Galaxy is a tiny bit faster taking pictures, as you guys will see. And we'll have actual comparisons of this later in the future. But yeah, Galaxy definitely faster taking pictures. Fingerprint scanner next. So on the Sony it's over here on the right side. And on the Galaxy it's over here on the back. Now neither one ideal placement, although I do prefer the Sony here. The best placement in my opinion is right here on the home button. Okay guys, so a bit tricky to both here at the same time. But as you see, Sony's a bit faster. Last up we have multitasking, and neither of these phones is that great at multitasking. But let's go ahead and test out one of the harder apps first, Temple 2. Okay, excellent. Neither phone loading the app. And Asphalt 8. Again, really good sign here, neither phone loading the app. Let's go all the way back towards the beginning to a tougher one, BBC News. Okay, this one doing better on the Galaxy, is refreshing on the Sony. And YouTube. This one going to the Sony. Amazon. Refreshing on both. And this will go to the Galaxy. Let's do Chrome next. Slightly better there on the Sony. iFunny. Sony there. And eBay. Again, guys, Sony there. And we'll do one or two more with some photos. Sony. And final one. Camera. And that one going to the Sony as well. So overall, I think this one does go to the Sony, but let me know in the comment section below if you disagree. Now, that said, I think this was a pretty fair matchup because both these phones very similar in terms of price. However, the S8 Plus is not the fastest Samsung phone out there. That goes to Note 8, and we'll be having a comparison of that and the XZ1. Now, even though I think the XZ1 won this matchup, still a lot more testing to do between these two phones, and that includes camera tests, battery life, and more. So please subscribe right there to see more videos in the future, or you can watch a video right now by clicking right there. Alright everyone, as always, thanks for watching.